What's up everyone, some guy here with another Alliance War video. Season 24, war number 9, we are versing against Rolix. I believe we've faced their second alliance, Rolix 2, before a few seasons ago. But going on Path 5 here, we have this Darkhawk on Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Power Drain, I think. Spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of Quake fights in this war, and it's a pretty short war for me. I think it's going to be pretty much all Quake fights except for one. I did bring in the Nick Fury synergy just for my SHulk fight in tier 2, just to help out with the evade synergy because I will be trying intercepting a lot. But for this fight, it's very simple. You just gotta knock him down while he's stunned and concussed to shut down the protection, and from there on, it's a very simple quick and shake fight. Alright, moving to the next fight here, we have this Nick Fury on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Heavy Hitter. Very common placement to place Nick Fury here just because when he gets into his second life, he is stun immune, so you can't knock him down as easily. I will be using Quake here. Since Stubborn is gone, Quake is Nick Fury is very easily quakeable. Even with the class disadvantage, with some boosts, you'll be able to get through both lives. If he's plays on the Ebb and Flow Intercept, however, and you try to quick him with the protection up, that can be a little bit risky just because you may time out, especially if you're going against like a rank 3 Nick Fury or so. But for this fight, besides Quake, I think Colossus would also do very well just because you can utilize his unstoppable ability. Plus he's a mutant champ, so he won't trigger the tactical charges as much. The only thing you have to worry about for quaking Nick Fury is when he's transitioning from his first life to his second life. You just have to be aware of that because he can come out of the stun mode pretty quickly and sometimes catch you off guard. But other than that, it's a fairly simple quick and shake fight. Alright, moving to section 2 here, we have this thing on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Sadist. I thought about quaking this fight, but I was kind of afraid of timing out just because Thing can trigger his protection sometimes, and with double protection, with the protection from the node and his own protection, you can see that I'm doing barely any damage in the beginning. I think my non-crits were like doing 94 damage, so very, very low. So I thought about just bringing a counter like SHulk, since her slow can counter his rock stack or him being unstoppable. The one thing I keep forgetting is that whenever there's passive fury, there's a champion's own passive fury, and it kind of gets mixed up with the passive fury from Ebb and Flow intercepts. You'll see soon when I intercept Thing, the timer for the passive fury is not actually correct. It's actually SHulk's own passive fury timer, so I never know exactly when the passive fury falls off and the protection returns. So that's one thing that I didn't take into consideration when I win this fight with SHulk. So most of the time I'm just trying to keep my slow up, and so I don't have to worry about his rock stacks, and just try and land an intercept. But the thing is, like, so I get a nice intercept here. So as you can see, the passive fury right now is SHulk's passive fury timer. So I don't know exactly when my Ebb and Flow intercept passive fury will fall off. So I kind of just have to keep an eye on his protection part whenever he comes back. So whenever I parry stun him, I have to be very careful that he's not gonna come out of. So right here, his protection comes back, and I actually forgot about his rock stacks because when the protection comes back, it purified all of my debuffs, including the slow debuff. So he actually went unstoppable over there. But luckily, we had the Quake and Nick Fury evade synergy, evade synergy on us. The charge helped us evade that, so we didn't take any damage, which is good. It even evades special attacks, which is a huge plus for me. So that's the only thing that I was kind of confused about, knowing when the passive fury will end and when his protection will come back from the node. And a lot of times I keep forgetting that whenever the protection comes back, it purifies my slow. So I have to keep reapplying those whenever he has protection on. But other than that, it's a pretty smooth fight. I think She-Hulk definitely can do it, but I just wish they can fix the passive Fury timer, so it's a little bit easier for me to time when I should hit him and when I shouldn't, etc. I also save up my SP3, so whenever I do land the whenever I do land the intercept and shut down protection, I can use it and do a good amount of damage. Her SP3 also stuns the opponent after, so I can definitely get some guaranteed damage in while the protection is down. Right there, I was a little bit slow. Luckily, like I said, the evade synergy saved me from even a special. It evaded a special, which is really nice. So right here, I'm trying to get an intercept in, but he just wasn't playing to it. Luckily, I used up my last evade synergy here, so the evade synergy really came into my rescue here for this fight. Otherwise, I probably would have died, I think. Especially with Thing having 60 passive Furies, he hit pretty hard. She-Hulk doesn't have that small of a health pool, but she is a 5-star, so she doesn't benefit from the adrenaline, 6-star adrenaline. But yeah, not the cleanest fight, even though it looks clean and I didn't take any damage, but it would have been a lot worse if I didn't have the Quake and Nyx Fury synergy, evade synergy. But moving on here, we have this Abomination on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Readable Determination. Very common placement for him. Fortunately, Stubborn is gone, so I'll be very safe to Quake him. I just have to make sure I boost up. He doesn't have that high of a physical resistance like Rhino, but I still want to make sure I don't time out or anything. But he's a very easy quick and shake fight. Just make sure you don't accidentally drop your heavy, because I have done that before, and if it crits, it can trigger a protection on him. And with double protection, you'll have 90% reduced damage, and you will definitely time out with that. And that will force you to needing the intercept, since Quake is a small champ. And if you try and have any contact with Immortal Abomination, you'll have a chance of getting poisoned. And his poison is very long. It's not. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that much, but the duration is so long that your health would just keep draining lower and lower. So I don't want that to happen or anything. But other than that, it's a very simple, quick and shake fight. Alright, and this last Aftershock should be able to kill him, and that is it for me from this war. Pretty boring fights. The only highlight was the She-Hulk fight. Mostly quick fights, which can be pretty boring, but we did end up taking this win, and our alliance actually did really well this war. Battle Group 1 died 0 times this war, so they got a 50-0, which is very nice. Congrats to them. Our battle group only died twice, and our whole alliance as a whole only died 6 times, which is pretty good for us. But yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.